les amis, un grand air, and this is the vlog of a Miserable and the ABCD. I'm here today with Gavroche.
Hi.
So we just had quite an adventure in the Parisian subway. It's gonna take me hours to edit, but guess what? I'm not gonna be the one making the most efforts. So, what you did in the escalator, wasn't it dangerous?
Yes, but I'm used to it by now, so welcome to my life.
We're at the Centre Georges Pompidou. As you can see, it has been relatively intense.
Yes, but I managed.
Yes, you make up for your disability pretty well.
You mean I make up for the fact that this city is not accessible for disabled people?
You mean the city should be more accessible, distorted, disfigured by ramps and elevators everywhere?
Yes, but disfigured is not a word that I would use for a bad thing, because there's also a disfigured community in the disabled community, and
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Okay, I fuck up. Paris is visited by so many people. You'd imagine places to be accessible and not only recent buildings.
Yes, when recent buildings are in fact accessible, and it's not always the case.
Yeah. So, for example, is the Centre Georges Pompidou accessible?
It's accessible, but you have to enter by a back door. It's at the opposite of the normal entrance, and it's a bit like at my place where you have to enter by the trash entrance, and it's revealing of how things are conceived, and you have to enter by a back door, by a trash entrance, and you're like trash, and you should be hidden. Sorry.
T'inquiète. Yeah, no, it's really revealing. So, they want to hide you, but you don't seem the kind of person to hide yourself.
Yes, I like to say I'm cripple punk. It's a movement by disabled people for disabled people to reclaim the word cripple and to reclaim all the visible aspect of the disability and love yourself despite the fact that the world tells you to hate you. And for example, it's choosing your mobility aids to match your hair colors, and it makes me think that I love my wheelchair. My wheelchair is my wheelchair. This is a téléachat. My wheelchair is balanced by me to make wheelies possible. Wheelies is when you move on your back wheels to go into higher stuff. Comment est-ce qu'on dit trottoir?
Trottoir? If there's a step?
Yes, if there's a step and you want to go through it, you go on your back wheels. But as it's the cheapest chair I could find, the front caster are super heavy, and the chair is super heavy, and it's like 2 or 3 times more heavy than a good light wheelchair would be. It's symptomatic that you can just always afford what you need for your life. I'm going to ask soon for a better wheelchair that would be fitted especially for me and will be lighter, but it's complicated and it takes months and sometimes years.
Is it refunded?
It depends. Some insurance refund them, sometimes the state can help, but it takes months to have an approval, and it's not like You can just say, no, I won't use a wheelchair for some months, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit on my ass and wait for the state to allow me to exist. Yeah. Yeah, man, sounds like you put a lot of thoughts into it.
Yes, but I have to. So, sweet summer child. Pardon, je trouve ça mignon.
Okay, I take it. Okay, so just so that the viewers know, because of course I know what it is myself. I don't know these things. I never fuck up, right? What is inspiration porn?
Inspiration porn is when you go to Facebook and you see a pic that says, oh, look at this disabled man who climbed the mountain or run the marathon or did something. What's your excuse? You should be grateful you're not disabled. Look at how their life are miserable, and look at how you're lucky not to be disabled. You should be grateful for that. And it carries the idea that our life are not worth living, and our capacities, abilities, even though disabled, are worthless because we're disabled. And any able people can do the same thing, because if the disabled people can do it, then why not all able people to do it? It says, what an awful life it is to be disabled. I'd rather be dead than be disabled. I should be grateful not to be disabled. And it's obviously not something I agree with, because I'm happy to be myself, even if I'm disabled.
I see.
You know why I'm used to do the TV shopping? It's because doctors don't know about this stuff, and doctors don't send you to occupational therapists, who are the doctors who know about this stuff. And the doctors who says, hey, this is the kind of wheelchair that you need an electric one, or an active one, or an active one with an electric head. And so I'm used to do this job because to do the TV presenter, because most of my fellow disabled people don't know that there are some wheelchairs that are kind of viable in self-propulsion and self-propelling and still kind of cheap.
Yeah. So, first, you do the job that doctors don't do, and second, like, it seems always super pragmatic. In fact. No, I mean, like, from my person who fucks up all the time perspective, it's like, if you can walk, like, why do you use a wheelchair? Like, it could be seen as degrading. I don't know.
Yeah, like, I could do it slowly and painfully and be in so much pain the next day, while with a wheelchair I could do it fast and pain-free and do most things the day after. So it's like, hey, you can walk on your hands, why don't you do it all the time?
Yeah, makes sense.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
There's some noise, like we're distracted by the noise, probably a concert. There are tons of shit happening around here. It's very queer, so it's a nice place, but also it's full of people making noise, lots of noise.
Lots of noise.
So, like, I've seen on Twitter, like, that thing with self-care spoons, and stuff, and it's often met, like, with hostility, even from, like, activists.
Yes, that's often called the people safe and the anti-people safe, even though people safe can mean, like, anything from friend of a rapist to hey, I use spoon theory and I
like,
take care of myself.
It's
so,
like the Fringlish for, like, people use social justice warrior the same way,
yes.
like, for anything. But, like, yeah.
Yes, but what you refer to was this culture of self-care and taking care of yourself, and I see this as very radical and political, because taking care of yourself in a capitalistic system who want to crush you and use all your strength and life to productivity and money, and when you choose not to do that, it's radical. And then when you're mentally ill or chronically ill, it's even more important to take care of yourself, because your illness can really worsen and can kill you if you just don't pay attention to capitalism and how it affects you and how it wants to suck all your energy to itself.
Capitalism works
Capitalism.
so well. Yeah. I think like from what I see, it's more like a problem of empathy or lack of empathy. Like able people, especially like activists, they also suffer from capitalism. They endure shit, but they think that they have to take it on themselves to go through it without complaining, and then they shame other people if they dare to complain. They can't imagine that it can be like twice or 10 times as hard for disabled people.
Yes, I heard sometimes, oh, I'd like to be at home in my bed all the time, and they don't realize that you're in bed because you're in pain, and maybe you'd rather work and not be in pain. Anyway, about activists, did you heard, for example, that OpsiWeb, which is decree passed in 2018, if I don't mess.
Haven't heard of it.
Okay,
What
so
is it?
OpsiWeb is a thing where people who has been hospitalized in psychiatrist hospitals have all their information transmitted directly to the police. So the police can know if someone they arrest have been in psychiatrist hospital.
That sounds like
they can.
Arkham Hospital or something like that in the comic books. It's like we live in a dystopia already.
Yes, It's funny because able people are always like, we put people in psychiatrist hospital for their own good, and when they want to make a scary movie or something, they're like, well, I'm gonna put that in a psychiatrist hospital.
Scary place.
Yes, but not for the reason you would think.
Yeah, I guess.
If I were you, I would be afraid of the doctor and not the patient.
But anyway, that OpsiWeb thing is super scary, so I'll put resources in the description. I'll make some research. It's freaking me out.
Yes, and
Like everything!
and it's kind of scary that we did not heard about that anywhere outside of the disability circle.
Yeah.
Even through the disability circle when people are not concerned by mental illness.
Well, so about that OpsiWeb, I had like literally no clue. Whoa.
Yes, it doesn't surprise me because we disabled activists are always forced to be with our own kind in our bubble because, for example, there's this great association about trans rights and trans health that I'd like to join, and they're physically not accessible, so I physically can't join them right now. And it's a work in progress, and they will be accessible eventually, but right now I can't. So the only thing I can is be with my disabled peers.
Yeah, and stay online.
Yes.
But like, why don't you join the ABCD then? I don't know if the place is accessible, but you can be an activist online, and there's drama. I
Oh,
can
no.
bring you popcorn.
I'm always here for the popcorn.
Yes. So anyway, the conclusion to this pathetic attempt at grabbing you in our association, I don't really suggest you to join. I'm here only to use the GoPro. Yeah, the conclusion is that like better be a people safe.
Better be people safe.
Oh, well, the people safe.
People safe.